And we are here at Knobcon 19 with our friend Blake from Noisebug. How's it going, Blake?
Good morning, Nick.
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. Show us the Tangible Waves AE Modular system. I'm really excited about this.
This year we're very excited to show this new offering, for us at least. It's the Tangible Waves AE Modular, and in a nutshell, it's basically a very small, affordable modular for anyone who's interested in getting modular who hasn't been able to get into it yet. It's not just for those people, but I want those people to have something as well. So it sounds great. Build quality is better than you might think, and there is a plethora of modules available. We've imported 2 systems. This is our demo system, so the 2 systems we have are slightly different than this. There's the Starter System 1 and the Starter System 2. The Starter System 1 is 1 row, and it focuses mainly on subtractive, minus the drums and that sort of thing. The Starter System 2 has a little bit more functionality and more room to expand, so you can add the drums and the forthcoming modules like the Algo drone and the Topograph, which is a port over of the mutable grids.
Wow.
He's got a lot of new things coming out. This multi-effects is new, and he's very prolific, constantly coming out with stuff. So
how about if you take us through the different modules one by one?
I can do a quick overview.
Yeah, quick overview without going into all the parameters.
Okay, so you've got 2 oscillators here. Actually 3, but 2 oscillator modules. One's a double oscillator, one's a single. You've got a noise, 2 identical LFOs, 2 filters. One's a state variable, one's a WASP, classic WASP. Then we've got a utility here, an attenuator, and a mixer. Then a dual 2-stage envelope, classic 2-stage. I love those. Makes an ADSR as well. Got a double VCA, which is great. So a full duophonic synth voice up top with MIDI over at the far left. Forgot to say that. There's the master I/O, which includes a CV and gate bus and interfacing to the outside world. So to the far right, you have the new kick module, which sounds great. The new drum kit. Moving to the second row, we've got the first of 2 clock dividers in this system, the beat divider, which I have clocking the trigger sequencer. This trigger sequencer is very full featured for its size. It's 16 steps, and it's got 4 channels for the drum kit.
Wow.
Or whatever else, if you wanted to get a switch in there and do some sequential switching or something. Then we've got the Seek 16, which is a very interesting take on a 16-step sequencer. There's 6 voltages on the bottom here, and instead of selecting a separate voltage for each step in the sequencer, you select one of these 6 voltages, and then there's an accent repeat, which kind of acts as a ratchet as well. So it's a very economical way to get a 16-step sequencer, and let's face it, we all end up using a lot of the same notes and sequences anyways.
There are only 12 of them, after all.
Right. So then we have the Mixer 4.4, which is your audio mixer. And it actually has a separate, I believe it's a Unity mixer on the B stage. And I should mention that most of these, since there's the standard headers on every module and not all of them get used, often there is a mult in the extra spaces. So you can see there's a mult there's mults all around. So
super useful.
Yeah, very useful. You've got a pretty in-depth Logic module, which is very nice if you understand Logic. So I think that's an underutilized aspect of modular. Then we've got a very nice second clock divider here, which has all these different modes.
Oh, look at that.
Binary, decimal, prime, Fibonacci.
Wonderful.
For all you Tool fans out there, a Tool, 2 sample and hold, 2 Attenuator Cv
a delay, which is really awesome to have in concert with the multi-effects, so you don't have to eat up a delay here. You can still do one there and then get a reverb or something. There's quite a bit of usable effects here.
My.
Reverbs, lots of reverbs, resoverb, shimmer, ping pong delay, dual delay, delay plus reverb, so you could have, you know, quite a few. Let's see what else. Pitch shifting, pitch delay, tremolo reverb, glitch delay, ring crusher, wow. And I believe that's it. And then lastly, we have a handy headphone amp. There's 2 out, so that's been really handy this whole Knobcon.
This whole Knobcon. So what do you think about, so obviously they're able to squeeze an unbelievable amount of functionality and density into a small, you know, geographic space. What do you think about the pin style patch bays and the pin style connectors that they plug into?
I think they have a lot of potential, or people could perceive them as potentially being low quality, but they're very high quality. The ones he's chosen are all gold plated. They're all rounded edges. They're not the square, really cheap patchlets that you would find on Mauser. What he's done with it is really bring the quality level up of something like this. If someone inexperienced were to build this and get the cheapest version of this, I think it might be less desirable, but what he's done with it is really great. Feels great when you're patching it. I mean, if we're being honest here, yes, these are compromises, but the pricing on this is so amazing, and I mean, I want one of these, and I have far more expensive synthesizers as well. It's just so much for what you pay. I mean, it's incredible. So
let's drill down into that a little bit. What does a system like this cost?
So, like I said, we have the Starter System 1 and the Starter System 2. The 1 is the 1 row, and that one's $415, and it's mostly full.
$415. That's the price of like one module.
Yeah. That's the price of one substantial Euro rack module.
Yeah.
Then there's the Starter System 2, which is a 2-row, much like this, except it's missing, you know, it's got a few more empty spaces. This is the demo system that Robert from Tangible Waves gave me, and that one is $550. So a system like this that's nearly full, this one has 2 empty spaces. This, I would say this is closer to $750 or $800, but that's still incredible. If this was a Euro rack, that would be $3,000.
And it would take up 4 times as much space.
Yeah, that too. It would be at least $3,000.
Oh yeah.
Brand new.
No, and the amount of additional functionality that he has packed into all of those teeny tiny inputs and outputs, you know, mean that this would be enough for you to be able to explore with for a really long time.
And it's a closed system, but it's a flourishing ecosystem of modules. He's constantly releasing stuff. He must have, you know, scores of modules by now. He's got a low pass gate. You know, that's essential in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I'm game. And he's making more. And this kick and the drum kit and a lot of this stuff is brand new. Like, this may be the first in the States to even have these modules. So he is constantly making stuff.
Well, that's awesome. And of course, people can purchase it from Noisebug.
Noisebug, yes. We are the exclusive place to get it. We're the destination for this stuff. So we are very excited to bring this and, you know, get Modular into the hands of everybody who can't afford it otherwise. And we want to get it into the hands of people who maybe, like me, I have all my stuff in my studio. I don't like having dusty gear at home, but I would love to have a little tiny system like this at home where, you know, at nighttime I can patch and I can go to my studio on the weekend. So,
super useful.
Right.
Well, Blake from Noisebug, I want to thank you very much. It's always a pleasure, and I appreciate it. And goodness, I really hope that people who are interested in exploring modular synthesis are encouraged by this and take a look.
Yes, and one last thing, I would recommend anyone who's interested in this, who may be concerned about the quality, there's a very great video online. I forget who makes it, I believe Tuesday Night Music Machines, but it's his perspective of owning this for 1 year and what the quality is and what if nothing's broken down on him. He goes through all of that and really says how much he loves it after 1 year. So I would suggest anyone interested to go check out that video. And there's a forum, a Tangible Waves forum, dedicated just for this. There's a lot of active users, so there's a lot of resources out there. So check it out.
Awesome. Thanks again, Blake.
You bet. Thank you.